Hey guys, it's Marissa, kitchentablestamper.com. Got a really cute little project for you today. This little dude holds 3 Hershey Nuggets, little wrapped candies. I love this dude. This little holder is so much fun to make. I was inspired to make this one, a nice feminine version of our happy birthday. Here's to you. So this is the one we're going to work on today. So let's see here. So it fits 3 little Hershey Nuggets. Isn't that cute? Shows off the little designer series paper from the sides. I love this little treat holder. So this is the one that we made for the extra day party. One of the ways you could earn the extra day party was by placing a $50 or more qualified celebration order, both in January and February. So we had, speaking of that $50 order, maybe you placed one in January and you got the Valentine Treats class online for free, but you haven't placed an order in February. So I wanted to remind you that when you place a $50 or more order this month, marisaalvarez.stampinup.net, and use this host code, you're going to get the Easter Treats online class for free. And in the Easter Treats online class, I'll teach you how to make this little dude and this little dude, and I'll teach you how to make this fun little 2-piece box. So we'll do this little basket, this fun little treat. There's 5 Easter treats total, and the class is absolutely free online with your $50 purchase. marisaalvarez.stampinup.net if you use the host code. Then I wanted to bring one more thing to your attention. So we're in celebration right now. I don't know if you guys have seen, but the Honeybee Designer Series paper is back. So if you place that $50 order this month, today and tomorrow are the last days to take advantage of the Easter Treats class for free. You can also choose the Honeybee Designer Series paper that had been out of stock as your free celebration item. So here's another fun little nugget treat. I'll do a video for this one eventually, but there's another little one. And get that Honeybee Designer Series paper. Isn't that cool with the golds and black and whites? I love this paper. But it had been out, not orderable, for a couple of weeks. It's back while supplies last. All right, so this is our project today. This is the one we're going to do, and I want to say a special thank you to Kathy Pilata. Kathy Pilata had said to me when she watched the video for this one that was great for Father's Day, but she wanted one for Mother's Day and thought it would be really cute for kids in class to do and bring home, and easy enough for kids to make for their parents. So I said, all right, let's do a feminine version. And I think this one fits the bill. Definitely feminine, don't you think? All right, so here is our project, and I'm going to start just really quickly. Super simple. I've got 3 Hershey Nuggets here, and I've got some designer series paper. This is the Best Dressed designer series paper. They're 3 pieces, and they're 3 by 1 inch, and I'm going to wrap these treats. While I wrap these treats, I'm also going to give you a sneak peek, or a spoiler alert, I guess. So the Kitchen Table Stamper Online Classroom this month in February is Easter Treats, and that one's got 2 more days for you to earn that online class for free. The next Kitchen Table Stamper Online Classroom, or product-based class, for those of you who are here and want to take a class with me in the Chicago area, the next class features the Under My Umbrella bundle. So that's your sneak peek. You'll see the introduction video and stuff pop in just a couple of days here when we're done with the Easter Treats ordering special. So keep your eyes peeled for some really cute projects with the Under My Umbrella bundle. All right, so my candies are wrapped. I've got some more designer series paper here now. This one is for our back, and this one is 2 7/8 by 2.5. And then I chose a different pattern for the front panel here. This one's 2 7/8 by 1 1/4. Now those are already on the project sheet, which I'll pop on the blog pretty soon, or the measurements are the same for the well-dressed one that's already on the blog. So if you just print off that one, you'll have the measurements. But I will do a specific project sheet for this project. So you'll have a shopping list and full color photos. I always have a project sheet on the blog, kitchentablestamper.com. and I'll link that in this post. So now I've got mint macaron cardstock. This one's 3 inches by 7 inches. So we're going to score this one at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. And we'll work the score lines with a bone folder. All right, so I've got my paper here. I've used snail adhesive, and I'm going to center it in on this largest panel of my mint macaron. So see the furthest one with the longest from the score line. Now there's going to be a small little margin, right, left, and top. You want those to be equal. Don't worry about the gap here, because when we fold this all up, that gap doesn't matter. Do you see? All right, so we've got it all folded up the way it's supposed to be. Let's flatten it out, and we're going to add our other designer series paper right in this panel right here. Use multi-purpose liquid glue here, of course, if you want to. All right, so we're going to put that centered in the panel. Now, we need a little bit stronger adhesive for the next step here, because the candies are going to slide in and out of this little treat holder. So grab your tear and tape adhesive and add some adhesive to the first segment here. So tear and tape, skinny segment, designer series paper, skinny segment, and then on the back side of the largest panel. See? All right. Oh, forget it. I'm trying to pick it with my fingernails. One day I'm going to stop that and just grab the take your pick tool. So my tear and tape is exposed. Let's go ahead and roll this guy up. I like to just push this little end into the fold and then kind of grab, see, so it's all squared up, and then I just flatten it out and burnish. You get a nice square, straight opening. We can go ahead and slide our candies in. I do 1 on the right side and then 2 on the left side, 1 to the middle. And I like to look and see what piece of the designer series paper is exposed and make sure I like the way that looks overall. I grab my Stampin' Pierce mat because under my umbrella is a photopolymer stamp set. It's a 15-piece photopolymer stamp set, and it can be bundled with the Umbrella Builder Punch. Save 10% on both items when you buy them together. You're gonna need scraps of Whisper White. So I'm not kidding you. Like, grab your scraps of the scraps for this. And let's see what I've got here. We need an umbrella and a pretty label. So let's see if we can get both out of there. This is the pretty label punch. We're gonna use that for our sentiment. So let's see if we can get that out of the scrap. Ooh, it's a close fit, but I think we got it. So there's for our sentiment. And then let's see if we can get our umbrella stamped on here. And when you're stamping with the Under My Umbrella stamp set, you want to watch whichever piece it is that you want to punch out. How is it oriented in the punch? So when the paper goes in from the top, which way do you need to punch that thing? Or when the paper goes in from the side, which way do you need to punch or stamp that thing so you can punch it? So just take 1 minute before you do any stamping, and it'll save you so much trouble when it comes time to punch. So I'm inking up in Tuxedo Black, and I'm going to stamp that guy on my scrap. All right, so we've got our umbrella. Now we need our umbrella handle. So I'm going to use this little spot here. And you'll see the handle is upside down. So not intuitive. You look at that and you stamp it upside down, you save yourself a whole lot of trouble trying to get that into the punch. Where if you go with your intuition and stamp it right side up, that can cause you all kinds of trouble. All right, we're gonna do Hello Sunshine since I've got it right here. This is one of the greetings. There's lots of greetings Under My Umbrella stamp set, but I like Hello Sunshine. We're gonna stamp that in our pretty label all the way to the right. Kind of watch, make sure it doesn't go upside down or uphill or downhill. I'm not super good at that. We're gonna wing it. All right. Now, we need a pair of boots too, and I am sure I can get it out of this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp those guys in there. And then we need a couple of flowers for inside of our boots. So I'm going to grab this guy because I don't think I can get 2 out of the scraps I have here. But I can get 1 right here. And I can get 1 right here. All right, I think we've just done all of our stamping. At least I'm out of stamps over here, so I hope that we've done all of our stamping. And let's clear away the Stampin' Pierce mat. I think I want to start with my umbrella top and my boots because we're going to go over, after we color them, and add some polka dots. So we want them to be fully dry. So that's why I'm choosing the umbrella and boots to color first. And because they're wide open spaces, I'm going to go ahead and use my brush, which if you know me, you know I don't use my brush too often because a brush is a recipe for me to go out of the lines. But I filled in the main section of the boots. Now I'm going to go with the dark mint macaron down the sides, along the bottom. And then the soles and cuffs of the boot, I'm doing dark. And then I'll draw in a cast shadow on the back boot because the front one would cast a shadow on the back one. And then where those come together, you just scribble with the light one again. All right, then umbrella, same idea. And nice big circles, fill in the whole umbrella. You want to work kind of quickly here because it's a big space. It'll dry out quickly. And if you want good blending, you got to work quickly. Then I'll draw the shadow down the side, curve, and right along the bottom. You notice I use the bullet point when I get close to the edge. And then scribble the 2 together with the light one. And avoid the temptation to scribble it all to middle mint macaron. You want to leave those highlights and shadows alone. All right, that's our boots and umbrella. Let them dry for a little bit. And we're going to go to our flowers now. And I've got the light mint macaron. And I'm going to color one of the blooms in each of these with the mint macaron, the light. Then the leaves are light old olive. Then this kind of, what looks like it's almost a folded little bloom in the back. I'm using the light pretty peacock. Just coloring in on that one. It's kind of a little dark pop of color there. And then this little bloom on the end is petal pink. Doing them both light and then just bringing in a little shadow in the bottom. And the last little bloom. Can never tell these two, the light and the dark, apart by the caps. I have to actually read it and make sure I got the right one. All right, light purple posy for our last little bloom. And I'm going to do a little shadow on this one with the dark purple posy. All right, there's our blooms. One more touch. I've got some Daffodil Delight here. This is the light one. And I'm going to do the centers of the flowers. There they are. All right, I'm going to cut out these little guys with scissors. And I'm just going to cut right up as close to the line as I can. We're going to punch out the umbrella and the umbrella handle now. Got my little umbrella builder. And see, we paid close attention to our orientation. Made it really easy for us to punch. Put that guy aside. Now, I've also got my Canopy here. Let's go ahead and punch that guy out. Looks pretty good. And one more bit of fussy cutting. I'm gonna cut out those little boots next. All right, straight lines. Other thing I'll tell you, if you're fussy cutting, cut off the excess. Cut away as much as you can from around the edges as you go. You'll see when I fussy cut, lots of little bits come off. I don't try to fussy cut it. There's no prize for getting it out in one piece. This is the Stampin' Up! Chalk marker. We're gonna go ahead and just take our time with the chalk marker and add little white polka dots to our boots. And they look so cute. It's kind of subtle, especially on the mint macaron, but it's a cute little detail. We'll do the same thing on the canopy of our umbrella. I think that'll do. All right, let's slide these guys to the side. Bring this guy in. I need some Stampin' Dimensionals now. I'm gonna do, got some minis here, but I'm gonna do this bottom edge. I love these bottom edges for projects like this. I'm just gonna stick that right on the center, peel the release, and then bring in my Hello Sunshine, centered, and about, I don't know, I'd say about halfway through this loop. Do you see? Maybe, what is that, a 3/8 of an inch from the bottom? Make sure it's straight. Then my boots, I'm gonna put some little mini dimensionals on the back here. This is a treat, so I can go crazy with the dimensionals. No mail means lots of layers of pop for me. Be careful where you place your boots. You want them to go level across the bottom. You don't want them to be uphill or downhill. And you want to make sure that when you put your flowers in, so kind of keep in mind that you won't go over your sentiment. I don't burnish things down real hard until I know I like the complete placement. I am the master of deconstruction, and sometimes you got to take off the pieces to, I don't know, to adjust a little bit. And the best way to do that is by not burnishing down all the way in the first place. So let's add one of these little bouquets. Got the little petal pink bloom up. Then we'll add another little piece of the bouquet and the petal pink bloom down. And it doesn't cover our sentiment. It's pretty well level. I don't think they're too uphill or downhill. So now I'll go ahead and really burnish those pieces down. I've got my umbrella canopy, and that's the next piece to go on. And the reason for that is because you can then just slide the handle underneath and get appropriate placement for that. So the handle's going to come up underneath here, so avoid that center low with dimensionals. Bring that guy in behind our little boots. Here's our umbrella handle. Oh goodness. Multi-purpose liquid glue is a great glue. I love the tacky properties of it. I love the repositionable properties. It's an awesome glue, but it tends to get a little boogery. So keep a pin wherever you keep your tools. All right, so see, we kept the adhesive away from the center there, and we're gonna put this in so that we can see it and it's positioned where we want it. I think I like that. Go ahead and burnish it down. Got one more last little step here. We got a cute little embellishment. This is the Whisper White Crinkled Seam Binding. It's a little 1/4 inch super sheer ribbon. I thought it looked kind of like clouds. So we got this guy, and we're just going to tie a bitty little bow for the umbrella handle. All right, so there's our bitty little bow. You don't want it to be too big. Keep the scale of the umbrella and boots in mind. But it's so fluffy and pretty. I want to add it on to this because it just works with the feel we've got going on here. And I'm going to take my glue dot and just fold it using the tip of my scissor. I can use my take your pick tool because I pulled that out too. And I'm going to put it on the umbrella handle, and then I'm going to put the bow right into the glue and take my scissors away. There it is. Hello, sunshine. You guys have any questions about the project or about the ordering special for the Easter Treats class? And reach out if you have any questions. Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Have a wonderful weekend.